Good evening, everybody. I want to talk with you tonight about three-way calls. I have done three-way calls in my business, and I can tell a humongous difference when I do them and when I don't. Three-way calls are important because they do several different things for you, your sponsor, and your potential. And that's really who would be on a three-way call. You would want to work with your sponsor and then the person that you're talking to either about the business or about the products. And so when you do a three-way call, you're really confirming a lot of different things for them. You're confirming who you say you are. You're confirming the company. You're going to confirm your energy and your passion, and it really just validates a lot of different things for your potential. And so if you think about it, if you were never on a three-way call when you first thought about Plexus or you joined, that's okay. Just want to kind of give you a few tips on how to do them and what to kind of share there. So when you get on a three-way call, I would do that really towards the beginning of when they are showing interest in the business or in the company and our products. If they show interest in the business, I would hop on a three-way call right away. If they're showing interest in the products, that's perfectly fine as well. When you get on a three-way call, if they have not been to an event, it's going to help to validate your testimony and their testimony as well, so that the potential can hear both you and your sponsor's testimony. Also, if they're interested in the business, okay, they're going to hear two different testimonies. Again, it's not just yours. They may or may not know you, they may or may not trust you, but again, it's also a way to validate the business and the blessings that you've received in your life. So that is really awesome to do as soon as they are showing interest. Why? Because it puts a sense of urgency on things for them, but it gets the ball rolling. Why waste the time if you don't have to? So try to get them on a call as soon as you can. It can be a lunch date. It can be an evening call. It can be a weekend call. Whatever works best for them, I would highly recommend working around that for them. When you're on a three-way call, introduce yourself. Introduce your sponsor and listen to the person. You want to listen to what they want. Listen to their goals. Listen to what motivates them. Listen to why they even reached out to you in the first place. If you don't know those things, you don't know how to help somebody. So I highly recommend your biggest focus of these calls is to listen to somebody. Listen to what you can do for them. So have them share their goals. Have them share their why. And again, this may not be what we think of as a why. It may not be something that's drawn out, paragraphs long. It may just be a couple of things. Maybe they just want to sleep better. Maybe they just want to have better health. But maybe they want to make a few extra $100 to put their child through school. I had a woman tell us that just a couple weeks ago. So listen to those things and help them reach those goals. And when they've reached those goals, then help them reach the next one. So when you're on the call, listen to them. Maybe share a minute or two of your personal testimony. Maybe have your sponsor share a minute or two of their personal testimony. And then listen to them. Once you have heard their goals and their thoughts and their why of why they're sharing with you their interest in Plexus, dig deeper and really help to guide them. So now you've been given some of the reasons why. You know how to help them better. And when you're on Facebook and you send messages, sometimes you can't hear that passion. And that's another reason that is important to do these three-way calls, is you can portray your passion for this way more than in a message. A message can be taken tons of different ways. I'm sure all of you can think of a time where you read a message wrong and you were offended, or you were excited and you shouldn't have been excited. Whatever it may have been, there is so much to be said for a vocal conversation with somebody, because it can change everything. So when you hear their why and their goals, you work with them, and now you know how to help them. Let your upline tell them a few different things of what to do, how to get started. Are they making a 100 contact list? Are they going to reach for 3 ambassadors and to go silver to get their first paycheck? Are you going to help them to reach 3 customers? Are you merely going to just tell them how to take the products and tell them that you'll follow up with them later? But do this and really help to validate something for them. I've had almost 100% turnout for people joining or ordering the products after I've done a three-way call with them. It really makes a humongous difference, I promise you. Maybe on that call you want to set up a time to see them in person. Have a lunch date. Take them out for coffee. whatever you can do, whatever you can afford. But seeing somebody face to face is also just as important. And then lastly, follow up. You don't just have a call with somebody and then not follow up with them. You want to make sure that you say, hey, do you mind if I call you back in a couple of weeks to go over some of these goals that we've talked about and see how you're doing with that? And schedule that call. That doesn't mean that 2 or 3 weeks go by and you don't talk with them. But that does mean that you do set a time and say, hey, I'm going to call you back in 2 or 3 weeks. And I'd love to chat with you about how those goals are going for you, how the products are working out for you. Put that on your calendar. Don't stop without putting that on your calendar. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you about 3-way calls. They've been on my heart really strongly, and I know how effective they can be in building your business and building your team's business. And again, this is a way that you're going to continue to duplicate the process for your team and for your leaders, is to simply have these 3-way calls, and this helps to train your new ambassador as well with how to talk to their prospects, and then they're going to talk to their the level ones. If that person joined or however it may be, then they're going to talk to their potential. So it just keeps on trickling down that those levels there, and it really just confirms and validates everything for somebody. So I hope this helps a little bit. Reach out to me if you want to get some 3-way calls scheduled. Y'all have a good night.